Ahoy! Welcome to yet another Key Through the Arena run. Hopefully this one isn't a debacle like my last one was. Moral of the story from last one was don't draft Dread Corsairs. Lesson learned. So I don't think I've done one as Shaman or Hunter yet, and I think of the two Shamans generally better class, so I'm going to grab the Shaman. Alright, I like my first pick as your Drake. It's a good way to start things off. It's some card draw replaces itself nicely. I'm not really feeling the Frost Shock or the Nightblade, but Cult Master can occasionally draw you a couple cards to get some value. Now here's an interesting pick that I'm not too sure about, because Feral Spirit's a pretty good card, but I think I like Defender of Argus just a tiny bit more. I find a lot of the time when I play against people, Feral Spirit, when they play it, I'm like, oh crap, that's hard to deal with, but then the Overload kind of screws them over on their next turn, and I catch back up right after that. So that's kind of why I'm going for the Defender of Argus. I could take the Dalaran Mage here, but I'm just going to grab the Core Hand. It can do a ton of damage if you can have it somehow survive, which it probably shouldn't, but sometimes it does. Abomination or Kodo. Abomination's pretty awkward, especially as a Shaman. If he dies, he's going to kill all your totems, so I'll just grab the Kodo. Alright, the Twilight Drake or the Argent Commander. Definitely the Argent Commander here. There's nothing wrong with Twilight Drake, but Argent Commander's so much more consistent. Good at getting new control in the mid game. I'm definitely grabbing Scarlet Crusader. It's one of my favorite 3-drops. I do like Abusive Sergeant, but I'd rather have some reliable 3-drops that can trade efficiently. Earthshock. Earthshock is pretty good against a lot of things. You know, the Loot Hoarders of the world and the Twilight Drakes of the world. I think I will grab an Earthshock. I kind of like it. I'm definitely around with Fork Lightning here. It's a lot better than other Earthshock. Whoa, legendary. So Ragnaros or the Black Knight, obviously grabbing the Ragnaros. So it's a Ragnaros draft, which is always fun. Well, let's see. A Money Berserker versus Lightning Bolt. I gotta go with the Berserker. He's a really good 2-drop. I like Lightning Bolt, but the Berserker's just too good. Definite Lava Burst here, some removal. Clear Fire Elemental pick here. It's nice to have at least one Fire Elemental in your Shaman deck. Warrior Infiltrator's a pretty good 1-drop. I like him more so than the other ones. Let's see. I don't really want a Stormwind Champion. I've already got a ton of expensive cards. So it's either the Ghoul or the Silver Moon Guardian. And I honestly not very fond of Silver Moon Guardian. I like the Ghoul a bit more. It can just be a threat a bit earlier on. So I've got Ancestral Spirit. Alarm-o-bot is tempting in this deck. I don't think I'm going to do it, but when you've got Ragnaros, you're always tempted. It could be pretty fun. If I had some more gold in the bank, I might do it, but I don't want to take the risk of the Alarm-o-bot. Ancestral Spirit is pretty good with my top end awesome cards. At the same time, Mana Tide Totem is pretty ridiculous. Sometimes it can get you more than 2 cards. Gosh, I really want to take the Ancestral Spirit, but I feel that yeah, I will take the Ancestral Spirit. Sorry, Mana Tide Totem, not today. Choice between the Berserker and the Shattered Sun Cleric here. I like having my 2-drops fleshed out a bit more than working on another Berserker. Well, at this point, I think I would take the Undo Bite and grab the Shattered Sun Cleric over that other one I took, but oh well. Storeform Jax, perfectly good card. So this is an interesting choice because while I'm not taking the Questing Adventure, it's probably the Lightning Storm here, but I do like Knife Juggler as well. But the control that Lightning Storm gives you just to come back from when you're so far behind is pretty good, and I am running a bit of a greedier, more top-end deck, so that is probably the kind of effect I might want, so I'll pick it up. Don't get me wrong, I do like Knife Juggler. Definitely grab a Leper Gnome here. Glad to have another 1-drop minion. He's a nice one. Definitely grab Fork Lightning here, some more random removal. I'm not sure how good Wind Speaker is. Give a friendly minion Wind Fury. I do have some pretty big minions. It doesn't work on Ragnaros, but Corehound or Vile Elemental with Wind Fury would be pretty sick. At the same time, Fork Lightning is good, but I've already got 2 of them. How many do I really want? And there's Rock Biter Weapon, which is... I'll grab the Wind Speaker just to see how he plays out. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? I need some more minions. I think I got a lot of removal. Unbound Elemental's probably pretty good. I seem to have a fair amount of Unleash or Overload cards, rather. A Lightning Bolt or a second Cult Master? I don't really like having 2 Cult Masters, so I think I'll just grab the Lightning Bolt. I'm kind of overloaded on Overload, but whatevs, whatevs. I'm not too sure about this one. The Axe is a pretty good card, but the Value Yeti's pretty strong. I've already got 1 Axe. You don't really want to end up with multiple weapons in your hand, and Yeti's just so overall consistent. I gotta feel Yeti's gonna be the card I'll want here. This is a pretty bad pick. So the Dal'Ran Mage for the spell damage. I guess I do have a few, board sweepery cards. I guess he's just slightly better than the alternatives. So a second Earth Shock or an Acolyte of Pain. I think Earth Shock's like a really utility thing. You don't want to stock up on them, so I'll just grab the Utility of Pain. I don't really have any card draw yet, so a bit of card draw is always nice. A 4th Amani Berserker? Am I gonna go for the world record for number of Amani Berserkers? It's either that or the Worgen Infiltrator. I definitely don't like the Lord of the Arena. Let's just see. So my 1-drops, I got the Leper Gnome. I'm just gonna go for the Worgen Infiltrator. Hope I can consistently get one of my 1-drops. And to finish things off, the Alarm-o-bot returns. Return of the Alarm-o-bot. The temptation is so strong. I don't really like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I resisted the first one, I cannot resist the second Alarm-o-bot. I know I'm gonna regret this, but honestly, these alternatives, it's not like they're ridiculously good either. So I have the Alarm-o-bot Ragnaros, the dream. I never actually played with an Alarm-o-bot before. I see other people play with it and I always laugh at them, because I think I've seen people try the Alarm-o-bot shenanigans against me like maybe 6 or 8 times. It's usually like late in the game when you're just like, Alarm-o-bot, okay, you have enough mana just to have played anything you had in your hand. There's no real point. Alarm-o-bot as a card, you almost wish you could. Like, if you had cycling, like for Magic the Gathering, if you could just pay 2 mana and discard them to draw a new card, that would be really good. Well, this is the Alarm-o-bot dream. Gonna keep everything, and hopefully Alarm-o-bot. Unfortunately, I don't have the coin, so not doing anything for a couple turns. Okay, I drew a spell, that's good. It's the other good thing about my deck is that it's pretty spell heavy, so that's some Alarm-o-bot synergy. Now I just need to draw Ragnaros. That would be great. Top deck Ragnaros. Okay, a spell that's almost as good as top decking Ragnaros. Next turn I need to top deck Ragnaros. Alarm-o-bot is such a bad card. He's gonna play something that can kill it for sure, come on. I don't know why I picked Alarm-o-bot. That's why I'm gonna lose. Okay, those guys can kill Alarm-o-bot. Maybe I have to kill them. Oh, I got the Spell Power Totem down, so I can... well, this one's to all, and this one's to only 2. So this is the one I want. Zap! It's the battle of the Overload things. Unfortunately, that means I can't even play my Alarm-o-bot next turn. I've got like nothing I can do. Well, fortunately he did nothing as well, and could summon another totem, but of course the Berserker is the play. Finally, we may see the turn 5 Alarm-o-bot coming at ya. I unfortunately won't have enough for Alarm-o-bot plus Lightning Storm. That's a bit unfortunate, but oh well. Oh, the Axe! You know, that doesn't kill Alarm-o-bot. kind of like that. That means I might get away with my Alarm-o-bot shenanigans, but really Alarm-o-bot's not going to play these cards much earlier than I would have. Shoot. That thing can kill Alarm-o-bot, that's for sure. And you can't even play Fork Lightning when there's only one minion on the table. How unfortunate. Well, what do I do here? I guess I just have to... I suppose I could always Ancestral Spirit my Alarm-o-bot. Yeah, the Alarm-o-bot, too strong a bot. That doesn't seem like a good use of Ancestral Spirit. I'm just going to pop the Totemic Call, see if I get the taunt one. I do get the taunt one, but he can just kill it with his weapon. I want to drop the Alarm-o-bot. It's just going to kind of die pointlessly. This Alarm-o-bot reads gain 3 health. That's what this Alarm-o-bot's going to do for well, 4 health, I guess, probably. Oh, wow. This is such a silly deck. Alarm-o-bot. So he knocks out my totem with his 2-2 weapon, of course, and he's probably going to kill the Alarm-o-bot. Yeah, he doesn't want to risk my Alarm-o-bot. That's a wise decision on his part. Thankfully, I actually have Urgent Commander to get some value off. He's a pretty good card. Unfortunately, shoot, it kind of sucks that he's got that weapon in his hand, because he's just going to kill me with the weapon, but even still, I want to play the Urgent Commander. That's a dead Urgent Commander. The cards in my hand are all kind of wonky. I got a bunch of removal, but he's not really dropping down a bunch of minions. The Fire Element, or Earth Elemental, sorry. That's awkward since I don't actually have any good sort of single targetee removal. I do have a 9-5 though, which at least trades with it. So he doesn't have some sort of removal for my 9-5. Lava Burst, exactly 5 damage, ouch. That's unfortunate. Earth Elemental, such a strong card. Curse you, Earth Elemental. I like all the big, huge dumb taunt guys. Probably more than I should, but whatevs. Oh, let's see. Ancestral Spirit, my Fire Elemental. It's probably the best thing I can do here. He can whack me again with his big dumb guy. That guy will have done like 14 there. Yeah, 14 damage to me, plus taking out multiple cards. He's a beast. I still got Ragnaros. It's my ace in the hole. Good old Rag. Five more damage. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Okay, place the wolves. I got some board sweepers. I might just drop both my board sweepers now. Kinda depends. Play another minion, I dare you. Ouch, lightning bolt to the face. I'm pretty low. Well. So, 3, 7. Could summon a totem and hope I get the spell power totem. And then just go overload crazy. Totem roulette? Let's play some totem roulette. That's not really the one I wanted, but that's okay. Nuke all those guys. So I'd only did 2, so now this one won't even finish his guy off, but It would kill the other guy. This is why I really wanted the whatchamacallit. You know, that other totem. So I guess I just run into that. And I hold the fork lightning back. I've got a taunt guy up. Hopefully he doesn't remove my taunt guy, because then he can whack me for a shit ton of damage. Oh, it looks like he can remove my taunt guy. I didn't want that to happen. Oh dear. How many lightning bolts does this guy have? Lava burst! Oh my god. This is just like WoW PvP. No, it's too bad. I never even used the Ancestral Spirit on my Fire Elemental. How sad. I got a bad feeling about this draft. Alarm-o-bot. What was I thinking? Alarm-o-bot. We'll see. Maybe I had a bit too much AoE removals. It didn't really help me at all against that Shaman, did it? I don't know, there were a lot of points in that game where things could have gone a bit different if he didn't have the answers. It just seemed he always had my what he needed. I'm sad about my Alarm-o-bot still. Poor Alarm-o-bot.
I must protect the world.
Return of the Alarm-o-bot and the extra card. Well, sure, I'll keep all these. I'll see how this one plays out. I have a Leper Gnome. Play that. Looks like a Leper Gnome, a Monty Berserker into Alarm-o-bot. Too bad it's not golden. I wish it were golden. You can't draft goldens in Legend in Arena though, can you? That's sad. Alright, he eats my guy for breakfast. My guy takes away his turn 2 play though and does 4 damage to him. Well, 3 damage I guess. I'm happy with that. Another Berserker, not so happy about. You're not what I wanted. You were supposed to be Ragnaros. Why aren't you Ragnaros? Alarm-o-bot onto the empty board. Do 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 do. If it summoned this guy, I wouldn't even get his battle cry though, would I? So that'd be pretty bad. Alarm-o-bot took a card out of my opponent. Can't ask for much more than that, really, if it's be reasonable. Alright, well, a few options. I could just play the Azure Drake with the coin. I could summon a totem and hope to get the Spell Power totem and Earthshock his guy. Go try that. Nope.
It's time for a little blood.
No totem for me. Yeah, 5/5, eh? Well, probably just coin into the Fire Elemental. Yeah, sure, why not? Eat Fire Elemental. Next turn, probably Totem Defender Vargas, or maybe Earthshock Azure Drake. Yeah, spell power from the Azure Drake will help the Earthshock out, of course. Could be the Strength 2 Earthshock. So I guess that turn instead of the Fire Elemental, it might have just been better to Azure Drake and Earthshock his guy. The only problem there is Azure Drake gets eaten by the Tiger, and at least the Fire Elemental trades with it. I assume that he's going to want to eat my Amani Berserker with his Tiger. It's pretty good value for him. But what else will he do? He's a thinker. Oh boy. Now he's switching to the other card. Novice Engineer, really? All of that time for the Novice Engineer. Okay. Okay. Buffing this guy out with attack or taunt? Taunt. Alright. So be it. That guy. My Defender of Argus could buff my guy up enough to trade with him. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
It's time for a little my shield for Argus.
Yo. So now I've got a 3/4 Amani Berserker who can hopefully get himself enraged. And a reasonably good spot. Still got Ragnaros somewhere in my deck. Come on, Rag. I've already used my Alarm-o-bot, which is good. A buff? That guy, really? No, +2, no, that doesn't really... Now my guy's enraged. Okay, you've got a Wrath for him. Okay, okay. I can feel it, I can feel that. I guess I want to Lava Burst this guy before he eats my guy with the May. That's a bit awkward because it doesn't leave me with a lot else to do, but... I guess if I had just played my Totem... No, I see the thing is I couldn't... Although Totem pluses your Drake plus Earthshock... Or no, that wouldn't even be... I guess that... No. What was it I killed? I got 4/4. Yeah, I had to Lava Burst that guy, I think. So next turn I'll have what, 6 mana? So as Drake plus Earthshock, most likely. Oh, that guy's kind of annoying. Don't have enough for the Core Hound. Gotta have your Drake. Fork Lightning. With all my spell power, that might be useful. I could use everything I have to kill his 4/7. I don't see the point in doing that. I'm just going to whack him. Ah, the bomber got my 2/1. That's too bad. Oh, now that guy can't be killed with Fork Lightning, can he? That's unfortunate. Well, let me think. I guess I want to trade with this guy. And drop Fork Lightning. And what else? Let's see. Earthshock is Yeti. Sure. I like Earthshocking Yetis. Now I got a bit of a choice here. I could play the Core Hound, which he could kill with his hero power plus attacking it. But I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna save the Argent Commander. Keep in my hand as my tricky little charge play. See if he wants to eat my guy or not. He's gonna eat my Drake. Moves I've got another way to do 1 damage to finish off my Core Hound. Core Hounds are pretty dangerous. Unfortunately, they don't trade with the Ancient of Lore, whatever the 5/10 taunt is called. That kicked my butt. Okay, as your Drake, Archer Commander's okay against that card. Interesting. This is very tempting. Because I can kill him. The Wind Fury. The dream. I did think of this when I drafted them, but I didn't think that it would happen. The Wind Fury to Core Hound. That's a lot of damage. Alright, time for game number 3. See if Alarm-o-bot can do anything in any of my games. That's the mission. So far it's had 2 games. In the first game, it basically traded with an attack from one of his minions that basically healed me for 4 at the cost of 3 of my mana and 1 of my cards. It's pretty pathetic. And in the next game, it traded with a lightning bolt. In this game, I hope it trades up with something. It's even in my hand again. This Alarm-o-bot, it really tries hard. I'm going to throw away the Unbound Elemental because it has no Alarm-o-bot synergy. And I'm going for, realistically, you should throw away the Alarm-o-bot if you're any sort of sane person. But I'm not a sane person. The Alarm-o-bot hand is reasonably good. Okay, this is some Alarm-o-bot action, I can respect it. Hope I draw Ragnaros for the 50-50 Rag. Assuming he doesn't kill the Alarm-o-bot, which is more than likely. Alarm-botting into Fire Elemental isn't even that good. Come on, Core Hound! Alarm-o-bot, get me some value! I need the Alarm-o-bot value. My opponent's worried now. He's thinking, what will Alarm-o-bot turn into? It won't turn into a Ragnaros, lucky for my opponent. That's too bad. Return of the Alarm-o-bot. So, like I mentioned before, when you Alarm-bot into Battle Cry cards, you don't actually get the Battle Cry. Which is sad in the case of the Fire Elemental, because his Battle Cry is kind of the reason why he's a strong card. Without it, he's just a 6/5. Playing a 6/5 on turn 3 isn't really that remarkable. It's pretty good though. Alarm-o-bot has been slain. He fought valiantly. Alright. So I got Lightning Storm. Ancestral Spirit might not be bad. Go throw down a Totem. See what I get. Taunt Totem. When does Lightning Bolt his thing? Or I could Ancestral Spirit the guy. I'll Lightning Bolt him. I'm not too worried about my guy dying, and even if he does, he's not the best thing in the world to Ancestral Spirit anyway. I don't know, I think I'm in a reasonably good spot. This is a lot like my first game, when I drew Alarm-o-bot, Core Hound, and the Fire Elemental, and a bunch of spells. The spells weren't very useful the first time around. Hopefully, this time around I get a bit more value from them. Okay, Dread Corsair. Might go into Totem Roulette mode again next turn. Which is a bit awkward because Fork Lightning does 2 damage. And I really want to do 3 damage. I don't know why, I thought this card was better for some reason. It's just like a different cleave. You attacked by Fire Elemental, really? So I get 4 mana. I could play Lightning Storm, which may not even kill either of his things. I can Ancestral Spirit my guy, which seems like a strong play. Fork Lightning doesn't actually kill them. Yeti's not bad, but I'm gonna drop the Totem. If I got the Spell Power Totem, I definitely would have done the Fork Lightning, but since I didn't, I'm just gonna go with the Ancestral Spirit. And I'll run into his guy, and I've got a brand new, fresh off the line. What? I thought, okay, there it is. For a second, I thought it wasn't gonna appear. But it did, thank goodness. The taunt was kind of annoying. I would have much rather gotten in the face, but hey.
What now?
He seems like he's on the back foot. He fears my fire elemental. Okay, Cult Master. I'm not actually gonna kill any of your stuff, or you can't. He can't kill it unless he runs his. No. Alright, Cult Master. Okay, this guy's gonna do 2 damage in cycle. That's reasonable. Probably just drop the Fork Lightning here. Might do the Totem first. Let's see, if I do the Totem, then I can't actually play the Yeti. So it's a choice between Totem plus Berserker, or just going straight for the Yeti. And I kind of like just going straight for the Yeti more. If I could have known for a fact that I would have gotten the Spell Power Totem, I would have been inclined to go for it, just to get rid of his high-risk golem, but since it's a risk, I would much rather have the Yeti on the table instead of the Berserker. Sorry, War X. This looks like the end of my Fire Elemental. He fought valiantly. I think he's the only thing that's hurt my opponent so far. He did 20 damage. That Alarm-botted Fire Elemental got in for 20. Not bad. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of direct damage. I've got a Lava Burst, so I could take him down to 5, but not quite enough to seal the deal. I guess I just play the Azir Drake here. Bit awkward. I guess I have to run this in here. That means he can trade with it. Maybe I don't even want to. You know what, I don't even think I want to run into this guy. I've got a Lightning Storm in hand. That makes me want to not hurt him. Because now he's only got what? He can't kill both my guys now. Whereas if I had attacked him, he could have killed both my guys. It's a pretty big difference. You guys be careful with hitting my guys though, because I do have a Lava Burst. I don't have much more direct damage. Did I end up taking a Lightning Bolt or not? I know I saw some. I think I might have passed on all of them. I kind of think I took one though. Hopefully I can get a good value Lightning Storm to get me back in this one, because I'm kind of feeling a bit on the back foot here. Hopefully my opponent just does nothing on his turn. That would be a plus. Yeah, I wouldn't turn it down. Oh, it's going for me. They got Brawl. Huh. Alright. So Lightning Storm does 3 to 4. So So I'm playing the Lightning Storm for sure. That means I've got 5 more mana, which is probably... let's see, well, do I have lethal? If this does 3, this is 6. I don't think I have lethal. What about this thing? If this does 4 and this does 2, then I would have lethal, wouldn't I? Play Lightning Storm and see what happens. Yeah, so that did 4. There's Earthshock. Come in. And that is lethal. With the Lava Burst to the face. Good way for Shaman to end the game. And that was that. I'm not sure why I didn't want to trade with my minions, especially with his Harvest Golem. Like, when you've got a Harvest Golem, you want to kill it so you can get the mini Golem. It's just pure value. It's embarrassing to end the game with a Harvest Golem that you'd never killed off. So Alarm-o-bot, it got some value. Not like ridiculous value, but it definitely did some work there. It almost even could have lived to get me another guy, my Core Hound, which I think I never even actually ended up summoning. He just stuck around in my hand the whole game. I'm gonna keep the Acolyte of Pain just in case I don't get any other 3-drops. Not thrilled with them. I'd much rather have, say, you know, an Alarm-o-bot as my 3-drop. Not really, but you never know. A reasonable mulligan. I get one of my Amani Berserkers. Oh, and I get my Chillin' Yeti. That's a pretty good opening hand, all things considered. The Acolyte of Pain's a bit weak, but other than that, I'm fairly pleased. Knife Juggler, what's he got? Novice Engineer, really? I sometimes coin into Novice Engineer, but usually it's a desperation move for me. I would rather coin into another 2-drop and then play her the second turn. I do her sometimes when I just really hope that I'll draw a 2-drop to play on turn 2. It's a bit sketchy. Slight choice here. I could play the Fork Lightning, but I don't really want to do that. The Overload, I really don't like Fork Lightning. This Overload really bones you over. I'll drop the Acolyte of Pain and eat the little minion. He's in a slightly awkward spot because he probably kind of wants to kill my Acolyte of Pain with his Fairy Golem, but he definitely wants to trade with Berserker more, unless he's got something in his hand that helps him deal with both. So he goes for the Berserker, gets me my Alarm-o-bot, which will probably do nothing this entire game. Oh wow. Another one of those dudes. I think I'm just going to play the Yeti and go to the face with the Berserker. I could kill both his minions with the Fork Lightning, and then also play the Alarm-o-bot. That's not a terrible play either. I forget if Divine Shield guides get Divine Shield when you cheat them in. I think they do. I'm going to kill both his guys with the Fork Lightning, just drop the Alarm-o-bot. It seems like a pretty good play. Means my 5-2 will stick around a bit longer, and gives him something to worry about in the Alarm-o-bot. Really, my hand isn't that Alarm-o-bot strong. I almost wish with Alarm-o-bot that I feel like almost the minion you cheat into play should get charge. I guess in this case he does get charge, just because he's a guy that has charge. Well, I could Lava Burst his guy. I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. I don't want him to kill my 5-2. That 5-2 is getting some serious damage. And am I really got 4 Overload? What the heck? No, is that just overlapping overload? I never really noticed that before. Is that what it does when you are overloaded this turn and you'll be overloaded next turn? I guess so.
Squire, attend me. Ready, sir.
Oh, I don't have enough for the Kodo. That's too bad. I really wish I could play the Kodo here. Slight choice. I could play the Alarm-o-bot and the Worgen Infiltrator, but that just seems silly. I'd much rather just drop the Chill Yeti. I guess I will trade with the 4/4. We'll see what happens if I don't. Then, well, I'm definitely running this into him. What could he have that would make me regret not trading with the 4/4? He had too many things, really. I gotta do it. Looks like it's the end of my Amani Berserker. He did pretty well for himself, though. And he'll rise again. It will be Return of the Amani Berserker. Kind of want to play Kodo next turn, so I hope he plays something that Kodo can eat. Oh, he's got Starfire. Man, my value Yeti just got outvalued. It's not easy to outvalue a value Yeti. I guess I just dropped the Core Hound here. Hope he doesn't have another Starfire for the Core Hound. Hopefully I top deck the Wind Fury guy and end the game with the double Core Hound swing like I did earlier. Not very likely, of course, but be winning with style. I like winning with style. Or I could top deck for Ragnaros. Oh, 10 health. You see, I mentioned this earlier. One of my other games that this guy actually doesn't trade with that guy. It's a bit embarrassing. The trade works the other way around. There's not much point in Alarm-o-botting here. I just play a bunch of guys. Kind of sort of hope I get the taunt guy, which I don't. Yeah, this card, I really think it's OP. I know it's a 7-mana guy that just has taunt, but it is so hard to deal with. Obviously, silence is the answer. My opponent has a ton of cards in hand, and he's building up. Oh, interesting. I thought he would have just gone for the taunt on that guy. Urgh. Well, the time has come to run my guys into his guys, since his guys are just kind of better. No real point in playing the Alarm-o-bot. It's never going to do anything. This is when you usually see Alarm-o-bots when you're playing against them. They come down when the opponent has no cards left in their hand. And you're like, well, that's not going to do much. So that's why for it to really be like a half decent card, like I said, needs the ability. You should be able to like pay, say, 2 mana and discard its draw card. 2 might be a bit too cheap. Let's say 3 mana. There should be the option of just getting rid of it. It's like, no Alarm-o-bot, it turned out you were no good this game. Six one. Oh dear. Is he gonna eat my 1/1 totem? Well, I still do have a Ragnaros, but I don't think Ragnaros will be able to make this game a comeback. My opponent's got too much stuff in hand. He's got the hand and the board. You really can't come back when your opponent's just got more in hand and more on board. What do I want to do? I guess I just have to Earthshock his guy, eh? And he's not even at less than... If you were at less than 8 health, you could always hope for the Hail Mary Ragnaros roulette. No, I guess I do have some AoE board sweepery type cards. It's kind of what I need more than anything. I've got my Spell Power Totem up, assuming he doesn't kill the Spell Power Totem. Kill the Alarm-o-bot. It is a grievous threat to your safety. It's actually gonna kill the Alarm-o-bot. There's like, aside from like Bloodlust and stuff, there's really no reason to kill Alarm-o-bot when your opponent's got nothing in their hand. It uses a 0/3. Well. The lightning zapped the Tauren, which is not exactly optimal. Where's your welcome? Well, I'm not just gonna concede because he doesn't have lethal quite yet. But I am pretty boned. See my next card and then concede. No, my poor 2-1 stealth guy. He was my ace in the hole. He was gonna win this game for me. Now he's just dead. Oh well. I knew I was gonna top deck Ragnaros. I knew it. I don't know how I knew it, I just knew it. Well, there's the Ragnaros.
Well played.
I would have killed the Ragnaros with the Tauren if I were him. Just kind of insulting. Ragnaros gets taken down by some random angry Tauren. And he just killing the other two. Well, it looks like this deck isn't going to have a very good run either. I've been having a string of pretty poor runs. I don't know if people have gotten better, if I've gotten worse. Maybe I'm just playing. I'm not sure if it's my drafting or my playing. It's hard to say. Obviously, my Paladin draft deck, I made some pretty poor choices there.
Troll versus Rexa. Let's begin.
Well, this is reasonable-ish. We'll ditch the Fork Lightning, the Urgent Commander, and hopefully get some earlier minions. Alright. Didn't really want the Leper Gnome since I already had the Worgen Infiltrator, but hey. Excuse me. We'll see. I do have some early minions, so there's always the off chance that my opponent just has got no early game plays and he just dies. Which happens to some people. My start's not that strong either, though. The Amani Berserker, unenraged, isn't going to do a whole lot. Well, it's time to play the What Secret game. Are you going to return my Leper Gnome to my hand? Or do 2 damage to all minions? Okay, that's nice of you. You only raged my guy for me. So that was a pretty profitable sequence of events for me. I mean, obviously it was just trading a card for a card, but I'm getting some pretty early damage in. Coining into testing. Well, testing is not going to do a lot for him because my guy's 5-1. I just kind of eat testing over breakfast. Gonna drop the Eddy. Good Ancestral Spirit, my guy, but that seems silly. De-stealth my 2-1. No real reason to hold him back. May as well just start swinging him for some damage. My hand's pretty bad for turn 5 and 6, so I've got no good plays, which kind of sucks. I'm out of minions that I can play. Is Urshock his guy? I guess. I've had more value Urshocks. Well, yeah. Not great value there for me, but hey. My Ancestral Spirit. Well, no. You could silence him. If you silence it off, I feel like an idiot. Oh no, not my totem! That totem was crucial to my plans. So grab a Defender of Argus. I guess I have to play it. I think I will buff my guy up now, though. If he's got the silence, so be it. The reason I do it now is because I really want to play the Core Hound next turn. Before, I was comfortable saving the mana because I knew I could just do it a turn later. You didn't kill my Yeti. Return of the Yeti. I should be in a pretty good spot here. No real way for him to come back from this one, I don't think.
My shield for Argus.
He just didn't have stuff to play. I don't know if he had like Savannah High mains in his hand that were doing nothing or what. Maybe it was just one of those Beast Synergy decks that just didn't work. Or that Unleash the Hounds card, who knows? There are a lot of things he could have had in hand. Whatever they were, they didn't help him. So the Amani Berserkers have been doing fairly well for themselves. I like Amani Berserker. I probably overvalue it slightly, but it is one of my preferred 2-drops. And I like 2-drops. The main reason I like it is because it's really good with Shattered Sun Cleric. So 2-3 plus a Shattered Sun Cleric can eat up a 3-2 play. And this is a pretty bad opening hand. I'm just gonna throw it all away. Hopefully the new one's better. Alarm-o-bot, fantastic. Well, no, actually not. This looks like I'm never gonna play this Alarm-o-bot. It's gonna be one of those never plays. No real reason to coin into the Stormforged Dvorak. Well, actually, maybe there is, because, well... Screw it, I'm gonna do it. If I didn't, I would have played it on turn 2, but then on turn 3 I wouldn't have had 3 mana, so I would have ended up coining into one of my 3-drops on turn 3. Instead, I'm going to coin into the Axe on turn 1, do nothing turn 2, and just play my 3-drop as normal on turn 3. Seems reasonable. Saves me from taking like a point of damage. Because I'm pretty sure I would have ended up coining my 3-drop on turn 3 if I hadn't coined the Axe out right away. Because Overload's annoying. Also, rogues are annoying. My Scarlet Crusader. I guess I play the Unbound Elemental here. No reason to play Alarm-o-bot. It's unfortunate that I don't actually have any Overload cards at the moment, but hey, can't win them all. The Yeti. Now I really wish I had an Overload card, because it would make my guy trade with his Yeti pretty well. Guess I just have to play the Crusader here and run into him and ship it back. The Value Yeti gonna get some value. Can't be helped. Oh, Voodoo Doctor. You almost never see Voodoo Doctor ever actually like healing things and being useful. But hey, he did it this time. Well, let's see. I don't really want to waste my Ancestral Spirit. I'm just gonna... Might as well knock this Yeti out. Go away, Yeti. You're not wanted here. This is spell damage. Could drop a totem down, or the Worgen. The Worgen's probably the better call. As much as I like spending all my mana, spending all your mana to accomplish less is not better than spending less of your mana to accomplish more. Ah, I take it all back. I should have played the totem. Ah, well. The good news is my 1/3 can still trade with one of his 2/1s. Or both of them. Oh, no, I take it all back. This is not good. I guess I take out the wolf. Die, wolf, die. Pretty sketchy. I still got my Argent Commander in hand, but I've got this Alarm-o-bot, which is completely a dead card that you should never, ever, ever, ever pick. I don't care if you've drafted 10 Ragnaroses. Don't take Alarm-o-bot. Unless you've got 10 Ragnaroses and 10 Innervates. Then you can pick Alarm-o-bot. The Fire Elemental died, but it did a lot to help me make a bit of a board-ish comeback. The Lightning Bolt the Voodoo guy, so he can't kill my Argent dude. Seems reasonable. I would have liked to have had another mana so I could Ancestral Spirit it, but hey. Beggars can't be choosers and whatnot. Backstab? Nah, that's too bad. I'm really low too, eh? 13 life. I didn't really realize how I got so low. I guess all that whacking things with my weapon didn't help, eh? He's got pretty close to lethal. Ancestral Spirit or Totem. Ancestral Spirit or Totem. Just drop the Spirit. Could have even put the Spirit on the other guy. Not entirely sure what was the right choice in that situation. And none of the choices seem very good, to be honest. And given that I've got no hand, well, other than Alarm-o-bot, which doesn't count, and I'm at 12 life, I think I'm pretty dead. But we'll see. Could always top deck Ragnaros and he could somehow make me come back. I don't think it's likely, but stranger things have happened. Return of the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Where's my Air Shock when I need it? Oh, this is a pretty obvious line of play. I get the taunt guy. It's useful.
got the beast in my sight.
Big Game Hunter. Man, it seems everyone's got Big Game Hunter. Every time I play a big guy. I think he's got lethal next turn now, doesn't he? By a lot. Gonna top deck Ragnaros again, I can feel it. Yeah, fork lighting, it's actually almost what I needed, but not quite. Doesn't even kill anything. Whoops. I definitely should have played the totem first, but it wouldn't have mattered.
Well played.
Well played.
And that's the tragic end of my Shaman Arena run, I believe. How very sad. At least I got to 3 wins. Could be worse. I'm a bit disappointed. I don't actually think Ragnaros is that good. I'm not impressed by him. I'd much rather have like a cheaper card like Sylvanas or whatever. Or even a Chillwind Yeti. That's it, you heard it here first. Chillwind Yeti's better than Ragnaros. Let's see, what did I get? An assassin guy. Alright. Well, that's another arena run done, and it looks like I am unable to recoup my gold investment because I suck apparently. But keep you over now. Thanks for watching.